Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. Today we are going over my lineup for 2026. Let's get right into it. I am really excited to get into this video. In full disclosure, this is the second time I have filmed this video. The first one I just ended up tossing in the trash. Not because it was a bad video or anything. I just felt like I didn't communicate what I really wanted to communicate. So we're going to try this again. So let's go for round 2. And I've already made a mistake because I didn't bring a planner over. But that's okay. We're just going to roll with it. I think the way I'm going to approach this is talking about my planners in a couple of different sections. I'm going to talk about my core planners, and then my supplemental planners like my journals and things like that. So let's dig into these core planners first and talk about what I'm going to use for 2026, why I'm going in that direction, and lessons I learned from 2025. So give me a minute and let me grab these couple of planners that I forgot to bring over. Okay guys, I'm back. Okay, first let's talk about my catch-all. Yeah, I think that's the place to start. So on my catch-all for 2026, I am using a Happy Planner parenting layout. And in the parenting layout, you have to buy that as a custom planner now. So that's what I ordered for 2026. And I'm just going to do a quick flip through, not of the whole planner, because you guys see me plan in the parenting layout all the time. It has worked well for me, so I decided to keep it. I did order the neutral cover in the custom layout. I love this like cream color, and it just says notes and plans on here. So it's just like, it's very versatile and I can use it all throughout the year. I don't know yet if I'm going to use it in the beginning of the year, but this is the cover that I chose, and it came with these very neutral double-sided dividers. So I won't flip through all of these because I will do a setup video for all of my core planners after this lineup video, but I just wanted to kind of show you how neutral these are. I love the neutral aspect of it, and so I will be using these, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use them in the beginning of 2026. But I wanted to show you that. So, okay, that's what came in the custom box. Now, the parenting layout, it's very straightforward. It's highly functional, which is why I like it. It's a new layout for Happy Planner. They rolled it out in the spring of 2025, and I just really enjoyed it, and so I'm going to use it. These are the annuals that come in this custom planner parenting layout, and then it has its, you know, calendar pages here. I might replace those. I don't know. I'll probably leave those in here. And then each month has like a monthly label page, and then it goes directly into your monthly calendar, which is dated. And this is what the layout looks like. It has a focus and goals page for their monthly dashboard. It's a focus and goals, which is where you plan for the upcoming month. And then on the left hand side, you have a reflection area to reflect on the prior month. I've really loved this as far as centering myself at the beginning of each month. And then the layouts are kind of like a modified vertical layout, but it definitely gives you the feel of a dashboard more so than a vertical. I advise you, do not get this layout if you are considering if you think it's going to give you the feel of a vertical. It doesn't. It gives you more of the feel of a dashboard. Let me see if I can adjust this zoom or this focus, because it's really bothering me. Okay, that's not perfect, but it's a lot better. So yeah, I have really enjoyed it because it is highly functional. And so this is what I will be going with for 2025. And it just repeats for each month. The good thing about the custom planners, which I really do like, is that the dividers are double-sided. So you can just insert any divider that you want. You can insert the dividers that it came with, and when you put it together, you just put your divider in. They're double-sided, so you can use them over and over. I really love that. I also like the fact that in this particular layout, there is no weird currently page. I just think that page is really weird to be at the end of like the prior month and you're supposed to use it in the next. It's just crazy to me. So I love the fact that this is just lined notes pages. But this will be the planner that I use. In full transparency, you guys, let me tell you this. I committed to using this planner like in November of this year, late October and November. I was like, I love it. I'm going to use it in 2026. And then I started seeing other planners that I wanted to give a try. And I was like, oh, I think I like this one too. I think I like that one too. But I already bought this one and I decided to stick with it. And I do really enjoy this one, but I did feel the urge to try and switch it up to another planner. And I had to fight that urge, y'all, every day. In fact, I did buy the digital version of that other planner. And so there is a possibility that I may switch these out like halfway through the year, or either do some type of quarterly rotation just so that I can use that digital version as well. But I love them both, but I decided to go with the parenting layout. Now, when I put this parenting layout together, I told you I may or may not use those dividers and that cover. And I probably won't use those dividers. I might still use the cover if it, I don't know. I'll make up my mind. But one thing I will do is I love this cover from my Office Depot planner. I bought this planner on a great discount. I paid $14 for it at Office Depot. I absolutely love this cover. I love the plastic discs. I love the dividers in here. It just gives me a very nice, like happy, bright feeling for the beginning of the year. And that is 100% what I'm looking for in my planner. Excuse the lighting. It's a little bit later in the day, so it's kind of, the light is going down a little bit. But you know me, I'll try to fix it in editing, y'all. But anyway, I love this. And I was actually going to use this for something totally different because I love the horizontal and everything. But I think I'm going to use it. I think I'm going to use it for my catch-all, the cover and the dividers. If I don't go with this cover and divider set, I may use this for a specialty planner. I don't know. But I love this so much that I'm heavily leaning toward using it for my decor. So, but the core part of my catch-all planner for 2026 is a Happy Planner parenting layout. And just to kind of give you an idea of how I set up my catch-all, I put different sections like most people do in a catch-all. All of the sections in the catch-all are generally custom inserts that I designed, so they're PlanningByEva inserts, and that will still be the same for 2026. So my project inserts will be PlanningByEva inserts. You can't really see them now. My pre-planning inserts will be PlanningByEva inserts. My wellness inserts will be PlanningByEva inserts, and so forth and so forth. I will be making some changes to my top tabs. For example, I will be having a travel tab instead of this leisure and explore tab. And I think I'm going to just separate leisure and explore and call it something else, maybe explore or creativity or something like that. My goals tab, this is a huge change for my catch-all in 2026. My goals tab will be coming out of the planner and will be coming out of my catch-all. And we'll talk about what I'm going to use in place of that. So that's how I set up my catch-all. Keep an eye out for my catch-all video. This is the first planner in my core set, and I have 4 core planners. The next planner in my core lineup is my work planner, and I use this primarily for PlanningByEva work and content. I do custom months in this planner. Just about all of my inserts in this planner are completely custom, and that will remain the same. I did decide to go with the combined layout, so I will be using this particular weekly layout in 2026. I'm super excited about that because this layout allows me to do my content planning on the right hand side. This modified vertical really allows me to do that. And then on the left hand side, I can do my time blocking, which is where I time block work time for PlanningByEva, my regular 9 to 5 work, and then my wellness activities. So time blocking and content planning, I'm just so ready to keep that combined in one spread that I decorate once during the week. I'm no longer going to be decorating 2 spreads during the week for work. This is just going to be so much more efficient. And then I also have custom PlanningByEva designed custom content inserts, which is where I plan my inserts, plan my content for the month. So I have a content section that's a part of each month. And that is generally my layout for work, and that will still be my layout. So my work planner will be a completely custom planner for the most part. I use tabs just like I do in my catch-all, and these tabs cover everything that are related to my work, and these sections have PlanningByEva inserts as well. So no major changes. I will say I will probably use a Jane's Agenda cover for my 2026 work planner. I have ordered that. I'm excited to get it. I usually make my own covers, but sometimes when it comes to like foiled covers and things like that, that's a little bit more difficult for me to make. So I saw one that I liked on Jane's Agenda in their cover club, and so I will probably give that a try. But everything else will be custom, and this is going to be a very minimal, aspirational, modern looking planner. I love the way this looks, and I just want to kind of keep this same look and feel for 2026. I have loved it. It has been so motivational to me, and this is kind of look and feel I will keep. Once I get that Jane's Agenda cover, I will do my work setup, so I hope to get it soon. But I don't know yet. The Jane's Agenda cover is like a clear cover with like some labeling on it. So I will probably still need to do like an outside cover, and I'm leaning toward this navy blue. I think that'll go really well with the look and feel I'm going for 2026. So we will see. We will see. So I have some different cover options, but my second planner in my core planner lineup is my work planner. Okay, my third planner in my core lineup is my reading planner. So in my reading planner, you guys, you saw me put this planner together cover to cover. You know, this is a completely custom PlanningByEva planner, and that planning video is already, the setup video for this is already up and posted. I will link it down below, so I don't need to flip through this again. But this is one of the flagship planners in my shop, and so I'm so excited to get into this. I still feel great when I see this planner, and that is a good sign that this is going to be a planner I'm going to stick with throughout the year. I usually stick with my reading planners all throughout the year, so that's always a good sign. Okay, so that is 3. I thought I said I had 4 core planners. So, what? My favorite planner, the one that got me into this community, you guys, is my budget planner. That's my 4th core planner. And as you know, this is another PlanningByEva custom planner. This is a thick girl, but I use this planner religiously. I don't do as many budget videos as I used to do, only because they don't seem to resonate too well with you guys. I still do budget videos, and I will continue to do budget videos. But instead of doing like once or twice per week on budget videos, I do, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 per month. So that's kind of a little bit of a difference. But this is about my planner lineup. So I absolutely adore this planner because it is completely custom, and it focuses on using a digital cash envelope system. And that's a system that I created and I designed and I promote on my channel. And that's what I use in my budgeting system. So I am so excited to continue doing that. As far as look and feel for 2026, I thought about switching to the neutral version of this planner because I have several different color layouts in my shop. But I love this blue so much. I feel like this blue is just, you know, it's everything. I love this blue. And so I think I'm going to stay with this blue. Like I said, I just love it. This is the signature blue edition, and I've just fallen in love with it. It makes me feel calm and relaxed when I'm budgeting, and Lord knows you need that when you're budgeting. This is the only budgeting or the only planner in my lineup that is a big. It is an 8.5 by 11. That's why it won't even fit in the screen right now. It's so big. But this is a planner that sits on my desk, and I just kind of reference it. So this will stay the same. I will update the inserts in it for 2026. But other than that, this planner is good to go. And I will do a setup on this video where I refresh it for 2026, because I probably will change the discs out and things like that. But I am staying with my blue cover. Okay, so that is the final core planner. And I have to say, you guys, I am very happy that for my core planners, I only have 4. Last year, I was trying to work with like, how many? I was trying to work with like 10 core planners. And I don't care what anybody says, that is too much. It's too much, y'all. People won't be honest with you, but you're not going to be able to keep up with that. And so I am really happy that I pretty much am only going with these 4 core planners. Now, let's talk about the non-core planners, the supplemental planners that I will be using. And the first thing we're going to address is, what am I going to be doing for goals? Okay, I am going to use the Moxie goal setting system. Now, I bought their quarterly A5 goal setting workbook from Amazon during Black Friday. I got a great deal on it, and I love it. I love it so much that I decided to go ahead and buy the Moxie Life Full Planner. Full transparency, okay? If I had to do it again, I would just probably buy 4 of these quarterly notebooks, even though it would be slightly more expensive to do that, because this is so portable and lightweight that this would fit in my system a little bit better. And the way this is set up is that you have an undated monthly, your monthly goals, and then you have your weekly actions, and then kind of like a little quad layout for the week. And that's the only, and then you have another week and another quad, another week and another quad with some habit trackers. I love that. And it would fit very well into my planning system. But y'all know me. I was indecisive, and I thought, oh my gosh, I think I would really like to have the full planner. Let me order. No, let me not lie. Let me stop lying. What I did was I went back to Amazon trying to get a good Black Friday deal. And I saw where they had the 7x9 full size, undated 12-month goal setting workbook. And it was like this, but it was 7x9, and it had a nice spiral on it, and it had a whole bunch of pages, and it didn't have the like quad layout. It was just like weekly actions notes page, weekly action notes page, and it had that for the entire year, and it was like $50 some. And I was like, okay, that's a pretty good deal, because these planners are like $70 some on the website. So I ordered it, and I didn't really like the way it felt. It was very, very heavy. It said it had a vegan leather cover, which I guess it did, but it was backed by chipboard, which I like chipboard, it's fine, but it was just too heavy. You know, the extra chipboard with all those pages just made the planner it took away the portability is what I want to say from the planner. And so I was like, okay, I'm not loving it, and I've spent $60 on it. And then the Black Friday sale came, and Moxie Life had like 30% off, and so you could get a really good deal on their regular planners. So basically, their full flagship planner was coming up to be the same price as what I paid at Amazon. And I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get that. And send the one that I got from Amazon back. So that's what I ended up doing. That's the true story, y'all. That's the true story. Me being indecisive, I ended up buying 3 planners that I probably didn't need. But I'm only keeping 1. So I will be using the Moxie Life system for goals, which is why I took that goals section out of my catch-all. Now that I really needed to do. Because if you've watched my videos, I've talked about 2 areas where I have struggled the most. And that is goal setting and managing my wellness activities. And so that's where I'm putting a lot of focus in 2026. So I'm going to try to take goal setting out of my catch-all and do some official goal setting in a goal setting dedicated planner. And I'll see how it works. And you know what? If it doesn't work, I'm going to have to do something different. But I'm going to give it a solid 3 months, the first quarter, to see if I can be motivated to really track and work on these goals. So we'll see. But that's what's happening with Moxie Life. So I have a full Moxie Life planner coming, and I will use that in conjunction with my core planners. It is not a core planner, though, because I'm not going to plan in it every day or every week. It is going to be intended to track my goals in a very quick and efficient way. Okay. So that is the first supplemental planner. The next supplemental planner / journal is a journal. I got this way before Black Friday for like $11. I showed this in one of my hauls. It is a dot grid, and I do use a bullet journal just for personal reflection. I don't share it really on my channel. It is very personal to me, but I use a bullet journal and I complete it every year. And I keep them. I love them. And so I got this on a really great sale, and this will be my 2026 bullet journal, which you probably will only see on this planner, on this channel right now. But that is one of my supplementals. The other supplemental I will be using is my work journal. This is for my 9 to 5. My work journal is really a planner, but, it's a notebook, basically. I use this to come in and write down my business notes for the day. It is a daily. It's basically a Hobonichi is what it is, but it's a knockoff brand. I get it from AliExpress. I pay like $13 for it. It is a Kenbor, and it is 100% almost a 1-to-1 dupe to the Hobonichi. Paper, down to the paper and everything. And I am okay with that because the Hobonichi is like a $70 planner, and I'm not paying $70 for a notebook, or what is essentially a notebook to me. So I think I got this for like $14. And yeah, this will sit on my work desk, and it's like, you know, you're having your Zoom call and you're just taking notes. And I like that it's a daily, and it's very thin, so it has enough for the entire year in here, with a few extra pages. And like I said, I just take my notes in it, and I keep these planners. I take them to work with me when I go into the office. I don't like this pink. This is all they had left on AliExpress, but I do have this nice affordable cover that I got from Amazon, and I will be using the cover, so I'll never really see the pink. But this is my work journal. Then the last planner in my lineup, which is another journal. I haven't put it in its notebook yet, but it is a project notebook. And this is the Stalogy A5 365 Days notebook. It is very similar to what I just showed you. Very thin paper, enough pages to last for the entire year. And I am just using this as a project notebook. That's it. This is where I'm going to jot down all my thoughts. My intent here is to really help me, or to prevent me from having 5 or 6 loose pieces of paper sitting around. whenever I want to start a different project, and 100 different sticky notes and things like that. This is very portable. That was very important to me. I can carry this around with me. It can go from room to room. Whenever I get an idea, I can jot it down. Whenever I want to plan out a project, brainstorm, ideate, iterate, whatever, I have a place to keep that. And that is probably the one thing that keeps me organized in my life. I have to have something where I can write down thoughts. It actually helps with my anxiety too. Let me tell y'all a trick real quick. If you ever have anxiety, and if you have like anxiety at night, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but when your brain or your mind is thinking thoughts so fast, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that, and you can't calm down. One trick to help you is if you keep a notebook somewhere close to your bed and just grab a pen and write down the thoughts that are like flying through your head, you'll relax and you'll calm down, and you should be able to do whatever it is you're trying to do. Sleep, rest, watch TV, whatever. But it's a great way to help with anxiety and racing thoughts and things like that. Just having a dedicated notebook where you can scribble down anything that's going through your head, and it gets it off of your mind and your heart and puts it onto a piece of paper, and you can let it go. Whatever it is, you can let it go until the next day, or to the next week, or whatever. So having a journal like this is essential. And I have felt the effects of not having it in 2025. So I'm excited to bring that back. Okay, that is my lineup, guys. I have 4 core planners in my lineup. It is my reading planner, my budget planner, my catch-all planner, and my work planner. I then have, basically, I would say, I don't consider my work planner supplemental, because on my work journal, because you guys will never ever see that, and that is dedicated to work. But I will say I have 3 kind of supplemental journals: a goal setting journal, a personal bullet dot grid journal, and my ideation journal. Okay, those are my supplemental pieces. So I'm super excited about that. And then these are my core items. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I feel much better about this one, even though the light is horrible, and I do apologize for that. I'm always apologizing for the light. In 2026, I'm going to try to get some better lighting in my office, you guys. I just don't even know what to even try to get. If you have any suggestions, please drop the suggestions down in the comment, because I don't even know where to start. I've tried to buy several different lighting systems and none of them work. So, I just kind of stopped trying because I was just wasting money. So if you have any suggestions, please drop them in the comments. But yeah, I feel so much better about this video and the discussion that we had. Keep an eye out. I will be doing setup videos for all of my core planners, which I have 3 left. That's my budget planner, my work planner, and my catch-all. I've already done my reading planner, and they will be coming probably soon after you see this one. You'll start seeing me put those together. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a happy week planning.